Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I want to show you how I set up my ShureSM7B, which you can see right here in screen. And I will not only show you the hardware setup, I will also show you how I set up the software. In my case, I'm recording with the software OBS, and I will show you all the filters and settings I have adjusted there to get this sound you are hearing right now. Here are all the tools you need to set up this microphone. First of all, you need a ShureSM7B or a similar microphone, and microphone wave arm minus the Elgato high wave arm, a preamp. In my case I have the Cloudlifter CL1, a audio interface. In my case it is the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 and two XLR cables to connect everything. So when you have unboxed everything, like I did in my video, you need to set up your mic stand. At least that is what I started with. As you can see in the footage, you first start by fixing it onto your table, then you build up the arm, and that is also the first step. So when your mic stand is set up, you attach your microphone to the mic stand, and with the ShureSM7B this is pretty easily because you can just screw it on. And I can recommend for everyone using the ShureSM7B that you keep the windscreen it comes with straight on, because it does not really matter. The next step, you can save up some work and time in the future by already positioning the mic in a way that is proper. And there is a real nice trick to do so. You make this little hand motion and put it on your mouth. That should be the exact distance you need from your mouth to your mic, so that there is no disturbance, no too loud audio, no clipping, no noise, and so on. One really important note I have to mention is that you want to avoid speaking directly in your mic, because plosive sounds like P and B could damage it. It is really improbable that your mic takes damage from these plosives, but to ensure that there is everything fine with your setup, you want to move your mic out of the way you're speaking. This can be like my setup, that I'm speaking currently above the mic, or you could move it right or left so you speak not directly into your microphone at all times. So after you've screwed your mic onto your microphone arm, you want to connect the first XLR cable through the mic arm with the Cloudlifter, and you take the female end of the XLR cable and plug it in the microphone, and the male end of the XLR cable comes into your Cloudlifter, in my case the CL1, but I think that is pretty intuitively because the XLR cables are pretty well labeled. The next step, you want to connect your second XLR cable with the audio interface. You plug the one side of the XLR cable in the output of the Cloudlifter and the other side of the XLR cable in the input of your audio interface, in my case the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. After you've got that, you connect your audio interface with your PC. This simply works by plugging in the USB-C cable into your PC and turn on the software you will be using. In my case, as I already mentioned in the intro, I'm using OBS to record my audio, but the only real thing you want to look out for is that your software has an audio meter, so you can measure the input and the decibels of the sound coming in from your microphone right now. Because in the next step, we are going to set the gain. And we want to hit around minus 18 decibels. And if you're setting the gain, you take your Focusrite audio interface and dial up the gain knob so much that when you're speaking there is a green circle around the knob. And if you are using a Cloudlifter or in general a fathead or preamp, you want to turn on the 48 volt phantom power, otherwise your microphone won't get any input. Some of you have already noticed the switches on the back of the microphone. In my case, I've left them at the default settings, but Shure gives you two possibilities right here. First one is a low cut filter which reduces the low end of the recording, and the other one is a presence boost. It is the right one, and this will naturally increase the higher end of your recording. But as I said, in my case, you can leave it default at the start, but if you think your voice is too dark or too dull, you can adapt it at any given time. So then the last software setting in OBS, you want to go to settings, audio and aux settings, and there also you want to select your new microphone. In my case, there is the Focusrite 2i2 as option, which I have enabled, which connects to the ShureSM7B, so it's the right option. If you have the same interface, then it should be the same option for you to choose. And after that, I've added some filters, and I will show you the filters on screen right now. You can screenshot them or pause the video if you want to. You want to add some gain in post-production to boost up your audio again. You want to add a limiter so that you do not clip when you get really loud in your recording. If you want, you can add a compressor and noise reduction. That is not really needed, but I think it makes the audio sound way better in the recording. And the last thing, in your video editing program, in my case I'm using DaVinci Resolve, you want to turn the LUFS to -14 so that your output is perfect for video services like YouTube, Vimeo, Instagram and so on. And that already concludes the video. If you haven't watched my unboxing video yet, you can watch it right here on screen, and I see you in the next video.